Do you know that yours truly has written a new book? Well, he has. It is called The Recovering Nice Guy. Now, what is it about? If you're a man and you're watching this channel, and you are a man and you are watching this channel, you have consumed a ton of PUA content, haven't you? Tons and tons and tons of dating advice. You know lines, you know routines, you know negs, openers, situational openers and closers and all of that stuff. But the truth is that while that stuff has helped you to some degree, it hasn't really given you what you want, has it? It hasn't. Like, there is still a disconnect between you and the women with whom you want to connect. That's why I wrote this book, The Recovering Nice Guy. It is about the fact that true connection and that true deep attraction, the integration, comes not from knowing tons of lines, tons of routines, but from being the man who naturally magnetizes women to him and naturally magnetizes a great life, which of course pulls women into his orbit. If that sounds appealing, if that sounds intriguing, if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, something you want in your life, read my book, The Recovering Nice Guy. There's a link on screen right now and it will change your life. Hello to the human being who is watching. This is another episode of the Man Manual podcast. Now, here's the thing. If you are watching this, you're most likely a man who isn't quite where he wants to be in his life, either in the dating sense, romantic sense, personal development, etc. And you're also aware that you have the ability to become more than you currently are. And you're probably aware that there's a system that is in place that has been designed to keep you from accessing your full potential. With that in mind, what we're about is saying F you to all of that. Sticking two fingers up at that. Screw the system. We are going to be the best versions of ourselves regardless. So anyway, today I'm here with a esteemed guest, right? Esteemed guest. My favorite ever. You're Indian, right?
Sri Lankan.
Sri Lankan. Okay, my first girlfriend was Sri Lankan.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
So you are my favorite Sri Lankan guest.
Happy to be
and
here,
the
man.
only
Happy to
one.
be
But
here.
yeah, so Don Ramith, man. Hello.
Thank you very
Am
much.
I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, Ramit. Don Ramit.
Don Ramith. So look, bro. I look at your Instagram. And we got some video on screen right now, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
So I see you're doing like the POV approaches. Lots of beautiful women.
Yes.
They seem to really like your company, right? They're giggling, they're laughing,
Try
they're
my
smiling.
best,
And I've actually been out with you as well, and I've seen you in action. But the thing is this, right? So you're not Indian, you're Sri Lankan. But I'm sure the Sri
It's
Lankan...
similar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's not,
And the Sri Lankan stereotype is kind of similar to the Indian one,
yeah.
which is you're not meant to be sexy.
South Asian.
You're not meant to be that
stereotype.
kind of guy. You're not meant to be that guy. Like, at best, you could be a woman's doctor, right? You
An
could be her
engineer.
lawyer.
IT guy.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
IT.
uh-huh.
You could fix her broadband,
Exactly.
right? Or sell like a wireless router or some shit like that.
Uh-huh.
But you're not gonna like make her feel like a woman. But I see you making women feel like women.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, did you have to fight through something? Have you always been like this? Or was this something that developed?
This is certainly something that developed. Like, I was not always like this.
Okay.
I would say...
How were you like? Talk to me.
Well, to just give you some background, I used to be like a tennis player back in the day. So when I was younger, I used to play a lot of tennis. So which
Like
meant...
professionally?
Yeah, I was aiming for that. So what that did was I was like not doing anything social. So when I was 16, I moved away to a different country. I went to Czech Republic on my own for like tennis academy. So what meant was all the social stuff that was happening, I was just taken out of from it. So at one point, I was like 19, 20. And all this time, I was just focused on tennis. Tennis, this, tennis, that. And then I was 20, I was like, wait. I was 19, I was like, wait, I'm a virgin. I haven't been with women yet.
You just realized that at 19?
Yeah. I had opportunities before, but I was so like dedicated that I just didn't. And I also was not good at this, you know?
It's pretty impressive you didn't realize that until you were 19.
Yeah.
Because I realized when I was like 13.
Really?
Yeah, I was deeply aware. But anyway, so you realize you're a virgin at 19. So what do you do? Like, what happens? Did something happen to make you realize you're a virgin? Did you see people around you hooking up or things like this and you didn't have the ability to do it? Did some girl reject you or something? You saw something on TV? Like, what was going on?
No, it was just that I was just not getting lucky, I guess, you know? Because I was not putting myself in those situations. right?
But what I'm getting at is,
Yeah.
so before you were
Uh-huh.
19, you were a virgin, but you didn't care or didn't realize.
Oh.
So what I'm getting at is like,
Yeah,
why
what-
was it at 19?
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
I was aware at 13.
No, I get you.
Yeah. So how did you go an extra 6 years without, me, without actually realizing, hold on, like there's no female? Because boy, like that's when your hormones are through the roof.
Exactly.
And you just channeled all of that into tennis.
I swear that's the right answer, though.
All right. So what happened then? Like, at what moment did you realize?
So when I came to the realization that I couldn't take the tennis thing to the next level, that I understood that when I was like 19, 20, I was like, oh, fuck. I dedicated all my life to this, and this looks like this is not going anywhere. Right? And then other parts of my life started like coming up.
See.
Right? And like, man, a lot of people I went through like huge depression, you know, like because I had dedicated everything to tennis, right? And then I just started looking like, wait.
What do I have without tennis?
Yeah, what do I have? I had nothing. And I was also not good, not just with women, I guess also with people. Because I remember the period when I was in such a bad mood because I was like just depressed. People didn't want to get close to me. You know, they always like just stayed away from me.
So you're depressed because you've dedicated your whole life to tennis.
Yes.
And you saw yourself basically being at Wimbledon or whatever. And you've poured everything that you've got into that. You've given it everything, even to the point where you've traveled overseas. Then at some point you realize it's not going to happen, which probably made you feel like a loser, a failure, you're worthless, like you're not good enough.
Exactly.
Because it's the one thing that you chased. Then at the same time as that, you're like, hold on, I have sacrificed like women for tennis and I don't have any. And it's like, oh my God, I've got no idea how to get them as well.
Exactly.
And on top of that, you're so depressed from tennis failing that no one wants to be around you.
Yeah.
And women are just repelled.
Exactly.
For instance, like anytime I've gone through a breakup, like women haven't really wanted to be around me because like I'm feeling down, I'm feeling depressed. And then that energy just kind of seeps into every conversation, right?
Yeah.
And you had that probably times 10 because like tennis was your world. Fuck. So then what do you do? Right, it sounds depressing. It sounds painful.
Yeah. Well.
So how'd you go from that to here?
That's a long story, right?
We got time.
Yeah. So
this is why we're here.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, wait a second. I need to fix this female part. Not just females, actually. Also with people. So I started just watching YouTube.
Yeah, because your stuff isn't really about dating. Like it is, but it isn't.
Yeah, it's like a nice mix. I'm trying to do it. Like be social and be good with women. Not just be with women. You see? So I started watching YouTube, like how to be more charismatic. I'm sure you know these videos, man. Like they pop up all the time. And I started implementing these in real life. I'm like, wait a second. That really worked right now? You know? And I don't know if you know RSD from back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yeah. So I was watching through the videos, saw one of theirs. And then the rest is history, man. I just went completely into it. Lot of rejections, lot of heartbreaks. I mean, this is very tough. This sounds like, it's like, oh, you go around, you have all these friends, you fuck all these beautiful girls. Man, no. Like it was very, very hard. You can only get to that level if you go through all of that.
All right, so was there something that happened relatively towards the start that made you feel like, okay, I can actually do this? Or did you just dig deep and grit your way through? Let me explain what I mean. So I discovered this scene when I was like 18 or 19.
Yeah.
I read a book called Double Your Dating, David D'Angelo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that book changed my life. Now, he had some tip for something to do to build attraction with a woman. I can't even remember what it was now, but he had this tip. And I went to a club and I tried whatever it was. And it worked 1,000%, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the girl looked at me like I was the single sexiest man that she'd ever seen on planet Earth. And it was a look I'd never seen before. Like, wow, I've never had a woman look at me like that. So then that made me think, okay, like, I got this. And now, without realizing it at the time, but having that experience got me through a lot of like the rejections and things because I kind of knew that it was possible. As well as the fact that I don't like to give up on things anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm asking like, what kept you through that? Because I've been coaching guys for years. I don't know how long you've been doing it, but we both know that most guys aren't built for it, basically.
Yeah.
You know, it's how many guys have you coached who just decided they had to run away because it was too scary? Happens all the time. Because approaching a woman and having her say no can be quite devastating to a man's self-esteem.
Huge.
But you didn't quit. Right?
Well, I'll tell you, I got my first result from going out and speaking to girls after 8 months of me trying. So that's quite a long time.
Yeah.
And I went out.
You were in the trenches.
I was there. Yes, I was in the trenches. But I think it was my sports background that actually I had like a very solid mindset. And a lot of guys don't really have that. That was a big advantage that I had. I'm like, I know if I just work on it, at some point, it's gonna be beneficial.
Yeah, because all the time you spend playing tennis, you might not have made it to professional level, but you still saw yourself developing as a tennis player over those years. I mean, you got better and better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then that gave you the belief that anything was possible.
Exactly.
See, like for me, I had this conversation with my cousin like a week ago.
Okay.
I don't quit where anything is concerned. I think, okay, so like, why is that the case? One major thing for me is that I grew up playing video games with my cousin throughout our entire childhoods. And he was, I think, better than me, right? But I wanted to beat him.
Yeah.
We were close, but I think he was slightly better.
Okay.
So like I would play him, we'd play together on the weekend, right? And maybe he wins 6 times and I win 4. So then I would sit down and practice the whole week, thinking about playing him again the next week. I'm training. Like, it's a video game, it's not serious, but I took it really seriously.
You had that in you.
Yeah. Year after year after year, it's like, I've got to get better to beat him. I've got to get better to beat him. And I'm playing midweek thinking, okay, I'm going to fucking see him on Friday. And then it's on. And I think that instilled in me this belief that I don't care where I'm at right now. I refuse to quit. I refuse to die. I refuse that, which you clearly have too. So what happened on your journey then? Like, what sort of things did you specifically learn? Was it just a case of going out and pushing yourself to talk to people and letting the chips fall where they may? Or did you learn techniques or things like this or frameworks? Or
I learned a lot of techniques, right? And back to the mindset part, I think what kept me going, I had a very solid mindset of like even the smallest wins, I would see them as huge. So I remember one of the first things I didn't even approach, it was in my school. There was a girl, she was like 2 years older than me, really beautiful, tall, 185, I don't know what's that, 6'1" or something. Gorgeous though. I would have no chance, right? But everyone wanted her. And I learned this one thing where like, don't give her that much attention. Classic, right? And I remember me just doing it. And I remember after like not talking to her, and my friend was like talking to her, and I was like not caring that much. I saw this change in her face. Like she wanted me. Like she was like looking at me like, why is he not giving me attention? Right? Like those were like big wins for me. So I kept on going. And small things like that happened again and again where I was like, okay, I'm getting better. So actually I think that's one of the first things where I'm like, oh, wait a second. This might actually work. You know? Was
that something that came to you naturally, or did
not
you
at
have
all.
to push
No,
yourself?
this is when I watched these videos and I first learned, oh, you can't just say, hey, you're so beautiful. Like that doesn't really work. Let's be honest, it works if you do it in a certain way, but if you just try and show everything at once, it usually doesn't go that well. That was one of those things, but there were many things, push-pull technique, right? The tonality, all of these small things. I just tried and...
Carry on.
No, I just tried and I was very surprised that these things actually worked.
So in the 8 months, you're spending 8 months in let's say the wilderness.
Yeah.
Right? Hunting, foraging, grafting, going hungry. And you're using these tiny little wins. Like for instance, this 6'1" woman.
Yeah.
That was probably in the 8 months, right?
That was one of the very first, yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't really get anywhere with her per se.
Not
but
at all.
You just got that little thing where it's like, aha, this is a sign of a change of my reality.
Exactly.
And I'm focusing on this.
Yes.
Okay. So then what happens after that then? So like we've reached the 8-month period when what happened with this woman? Like the first woman that you got with, what happened there?
First woman I got with. This
So-
was after the 8 months.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at is, I think you said that you spent 8 months trying and then
Yeah.
you didn't sleep with anybody.
But you know the crazy story?
Go on.
This is probably the crazy story where anyone lost their virginity.
Okay. Talk to me.
I didn't get laid before that ever in my life, right?
Okay, so you're a virgin.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
8 months, trying. Dates, yes. I got girls in my bed, but couldn't do it because,
Ooh, what happened?
I was like too eager.
So they go into your bed and then they'll be like, nah, I'm not feeling
Yeah, I
it.
had like 2-3 girls in this 8 months
Oh.
where, I was getting closer, not all the way.
Yeah, edging close.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So firstly, I want to know about the woman that you actually did sleep with. How did that happen? And then these women that you got quite close with and it didn't quite happen. What happened there?
So I got to know them just by day gaming, talk to them on the street.
But then like she's in your bed.
In my bed.
So,
yeah.
so she's in the bed.
Yeah, I fucked up, man. I fucked up so bad. I was a young guy, man. I had no clue. Like,
What did you do?
I remember this was a Spanish girl, yeah. Spanish girl, she was next to me. And I'm like, okay, now it's supposed to happen, right? But I was like hugging her, kissing her. But she was giving me a hard time, man. She's like, no, right? So obviously if she's saying that, but she's kissing me. I didn't do anything, right? But I just think, and I might have been a bit too eager when she was playing so hard. Like, oh, I should have just relaxed. Yeah, it's fine. That would have been the right move, but I just tried too hard. But it's okay. You learn from the mistakes, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've got
something
one
similar?
story. So to be honest with you, once a woman's in bed with me, I've never had that issue. To be honest,
Yeah.
and that's not me trying to be big-headed, but it's not something I've had happen. But my issue was always like before then, getting to that point. Now, it's something that did happen to me. It was a while ago now, right? So I saw this woman. This was a learning experience. I saw this woman and we had like 2 days and we slept together. First date, slept together. Second date. Third date, she takes me out. She goes, oh, I want to take you out now. You've been so nice to me. So we go to this restaurant in London. It's called like Circus, where they've got circus performers like jumping about on the tables. Anyway, we go there. We have a great time. On the way back, I want to bring her to my apartment and she won't come for whatever reason. And I'm trying to get her to come, right? I'm trying. Now, I can't remember what I'm saying, but I'm actively putting in effort to get this woman to come. And then at some point, she looks at me and she gives me this knowing smile and she goes, Kieren, I'm not coming back today.
Okay.
And then she gets on her tube and I get on mine. Then so lo and behold, she ended it with me after that.
She ended it with you?
Yeah, because like I was really pushing to get her to come back. And she was saying no, I was getting frustrated.
That's a classic test, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I was getting frustrated. And then she picked up on that. I'm sure it wasn't too attractive, number one. Number two, probably made her feel like I just wanted sex anyway. Which I didn't just want it, but I definitely needed it to validate myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But then funnily enough, though, I sat down after that, right? And there's one thing about me. I'm quite good at like analysing where something went wrong.
Yeah.
So I sat down, I was like, where the fuck did that go wrong? Because this woman was so into me, right? So into me. It's like, how the hell did a woman that was that into me suddenly decide like, nah, I'd rather not see you again? Then I realized, that was it. Funnily enough, as fate would have it now, like about 2 months later, I'm in the very same situation. The same situation. And then I was like, nah, don't worry. It's good. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. And then lo and behold, I ended up continuing to see that woman for months.
Yeah.
But anyway, this isn't about me. It's about you. So yeah, you were too eager with those women. So then like the one that you actually did get with.
So this is the thing, right? So in that 8 months, I think I had 2 girls that I brought home, but my game was getting really good.
Yeah.
Like I was like in the club and everyone was like, whoa, but no one knew I couldn't pull them. Like for some reason I was fucking up somewhere, right? But so I learned so much, but after the 8 months, I went for a holiday in France.
Okay.
Man, I fucked 4 girls in like 1 week. that was the first time I ever had sex. I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And I was like, man, it paid off.
I've arrived.
I've arrived.
All right.
It's not even about the sex per se, man, but it's like me going out every day, improving, and then understanding like the dynamics, you know, and seeing that, oh wait, I'm actually an attractive guy. Like these are like limiting beliefs that like a lot of guys would have, you know. So I was happy to like say, oh, I was like, I'm here. You know? That was that moment for me.
So what's it like for you now then? Like, what's your life like now, and what's your situation with women? How do you teach men? Things like this.
Well, I'm very different from how I was then.
How long ago was this?
This was 6 years ago. No,
Okay.
more. This was, I'm 28 soon, so 8 years ago. 8 to 9 years ago. So I did game for around 2 years, quite like a lot. I got really good at it. I got a girlfriend. Stopped gaming.
Skills slowly
Yes.
dwindled.
Yeah. But I also was not happy with the game. Like I was seeing all these people who are going out and approaching, and at some point I was like, I don't want to do this forever.
Yeah. Did it feel shallow?
It felt extremely shallow. Like, what am I going to gain if I sleep with a woman again?
All right. So here's how I've looked at all of this. I've had exactly the same realization. So this whole stuff here is like, oh, I don't know how to connect with women. I don't know what I'm doing. It's kind of like you're at school and then you fail 6th grade and then you have to retake it, right?
Yeah.
But then let's say you retake 6th grade and then you do it really well. You pass with flying colors and then you become like a 6th grade tutor, right?
Yeah.
But you're still just like doing 6th grade again and again and again. You know, but there's 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th.
There's no point in
that kind of thing. And something I found about the whole pickup scene is it's all based in like fear and trauma, which is we didn't know how to get girls and we realize it's because we weren't manly enough. So now we have to put on this image of being the biggest alpha that there is possible. I don't have a heart, these bitches ain't shit, that kind of thing. The only value a woman has is as a warm receptacle for you to put your dick into.
Yeah.
And I don't really want that. So how did all of this sort of affect you then?
Yeah, that affected me a lot, actually. So that's the time I realized, like, okay, I've gotten to a level and I've also gotten the experiences that I wanted. And I was really happy. I told myself, if I die today, I'm happy. Because I've had the experiences that I'm not saying I didn't have like 300 women or something, you know, but I've done what I wanted to do and I got my experience and I was happy about it. And then when I was with my girlfriend, it was so beautiful. It was the first time that I didn't have to like game, you know, I didn't have to do anything. It felt really good, you know. But now that's 4 years ago. So it took me time. After that, I had to like evaluate everything. Like, okay, why did I stop game? All that. And now, since I'd say 6 months to a year, I've come to a realization, you need to be speaking to women, but doesn't mean that you need to try and sleep with every woman.
Exactly.
What's your take on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, for instance, all right, there's a belief in the world that, at least in modern society, that men and women can't be friends. I don't agree with that.
I have a lot of female friends, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's this belief as well, especially in like red pill kind of pick-up-y communities where women have no utility to you outside of that. I don't agree with that at all. So, for instance, half the reason why I'm bringing these women on, like all the women I interview, it's to show that they're human beings with thoughts and feelings, and that this idea that they're over here and we're over here is actually kind of BS. So yeah, I'm with you 100%. So
the reason that the pickup community or the red pill community is over there is because they've been hurt, you know.
There you go.
They've been hurt.
There you go. So all right, so here's the thing then, right?
Yeah.
So I would be lying if I said there isn't a part of me that feels like a bit of fear, right? And the fear I feel is this. So, if you look at this podcast, right? So, I'm not quite red pill,
Yeah.
right? I'm not really blue pill either.
Yeah.
For instance, when I am talking to women and male issues come up, I don't sell out men and then go, oh yeah, you're a woman and all of these men, everything they do is wrong and men need to just bend over and bow down to you because you're divine and you're just completely perfect. I don't do that. But on the flip side, I don't act like women don't have their own problems and issues as well. So the issue that gives with me is like, to the red pill community, I'm a blue pill simp, right? An absolute pussy.
Yeah.
But to mainstream society, maybe I'm a little bit dangerous.
Yeah.
A little bit, what's the word? Well, you get the point I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of sitting in a similar place then. How do you feel about it?
Yeah. So I would say you need to be aware though. So you cannot be not aware. I hope you understand when I say that, meaning the female's nature. You need to understand that. So for example, women do chase value.
100%.
Like a lot of guys would believe, just because I'm a nice guy,
Bro, 100%.
it's gonna be a bit difficult.
100%.
I'll give you an example. I have this neighbor, beautiful Brazilian, okay, and she's so kind and humble and everything. But in my mind, there's one part in my mind that says, oh, she'd like a normal guy, a nice guy. But even her, she specifically searches for high value men, and the way she does it, I'll just give you an example. She literally goes to the most expensive gyms to find these men, and she's this, and she's a very kind, beautiful woman. And that doesn't make her a bad person. That's just something we need to understand how things are.
Okay, so I agree with this totally. So the thing is this, right? I look at human beings the way you look at ants in a colony. I've said this before, but so it's like, okay, like let's say we got spiders, right? So there's a type of spider where the woman will mate with them, the female will mate with the male and eat the male. Now, when we speak about that, we don't moralize and go, oh my God, that's really wrong.
Yeah.
We just go, that happens.
Exactly.
Or in lions, where apparently if we were like in the same pride of lions, right? And I impregnate a female and you've already impregnated her or something, and the female gives birth to my offspring, you might murder that offspring because, I don't know, I guess it's like a rival or something. Now, when we talk about that, we don't go, oh my God, it's horrible that these male lions do. We just go, this is what male lions do. And humans are animals. And the thing is this, it's like, so male humans, what we're attracted to primarily, it's like, it's indicators of youth and health, which basically show that a woman can give birth to strong, healthy kids, which is basically the way she looks. So it's like a young face. Well, like, what's youth really? Youth means my body is at its physical peak. So if we like stop moralizing, what happens when women get old? They're no longer fertile, right? So clearly men are hardwired to be attracted to women that are in that fertile range. All right, cool. And then the sort of body types that we like, it's body types that imply, okay, I'm strong and fit, I'm healthy. Like facial symmetry and stuff like that. All right, cool. What are women attracted to? Well, resources. Why? Because a man with resources can look after you and your kids. Confidence. Why? Because a man with confidence is likely to have loads of people who like him, and that's probably good to be around. And I guess it's also nice for you as well. Dominance. Because if he's able to lead the ship, you know that you can trust this guy to get shit done. For instance, if there's a horde of barbarians coming over the hill, I would rather have a dominant man by my side, right? Than a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just the way it is.
Exactly.
But so something that gets me about society is that we act like this stuff isn't true, and like we should, like we go by what we wish was the case, and we forget that the only reason we have like a society, this society isn't real. Like it is real in the sense that we created it, but we created it because we were able to dominate all of the other species on the planet. If you see what I mean, we are actually animals, and we just have to accept the certain things about us that aren't actually going to change, and it just is what it is. Yeah. So if a woman at okay, like here's the thing. It would be great if you could get with a woman, right? And just let yourself go.
Yeah.
And just like you say, and she'll still love you. She'll still be just as attracted to you. You can stop going to the gym, or more importantly, you can fail in any other way that you can fail, right? You can lose all your confidence. You can lose the status that you're building from doing your business. You can lose your money, but she just loves you as a human being. But the thing is, like, she might love you, but love and attraction aren't the same thing. Not even close.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, woman gets with a man, wouldn't it be so nice if she could just let herself go?
Same thing.
But she can't.
Yeah.
Because here's okay, there's something that does my head in. And I know I'm ranting. You're meant to be the man of the hour. So I'll stop soon.
Yeah.
But it's like, so you get with someone, the things that attracted you to them are what attracted you to them. So if you get with a woman, you're like, oh my God, like her ass is incredible. You're attracted because of the ass. Now, you might grow to love this woman however much you love this woman. You're attracted to the ass.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Now, it's sad to say, but like, if the ass goes, then that's one less reason for you to be attracted now. And we want it to be a case where it's like, well, the ass can go, she can let herself go, and it doesn't change anything because you love her so much. And you might love her so much that you choose to stay despite the fact that the ass has gone. But the ass has gone and you're not going to react to her the same way. And it's just a fact. But then it's like, as people get older, obviously, you know, women can't maintain their physical prime as much as they could as they get older. And I understand that. But I think people still need to try, basically. And not even just about physicality, but I think we have to just accept that we are what we are. And if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, you have to be the best version of yourself for that person.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said, you know. For example, I now only see girls that I feel a connection with. But even though I say it's like nicely, she needs to have some threshold of good looks. Otherwise, I don't even give her the chance to connect with me. Same goes the other way around.
Everybody does that, though, and it's just most people don't admit it.
Yeah.
It really is like, find a man who's going to be dating women that people would objectively say are 3 or 4 out of 10. And then have that man go through some crazy glow up and then reach a point where Instagram models are trying to vie for his attention. He's going to be like, nah, I don't want the IG models. So, do you feel misunderstood?
In what way?
Society. I mean, you're out here doing what you do.
Yeah.
And what you do is related to what I do, but
of course,
it's more in your face. So you are doing now what I am realizing that I'm aging out of, which is why I'm not really doing it anymore.
Yeah.
So like, you're going out approaching this and this and this. Yeah. But you see, for me, I feel like I'm just getting a bit too old for it, basically.
I understand that.
But what you're doing is quite aggressive in a way, and there's a lot of people who look at it who would have an issue with it.
Yeah.
So is that something that bothers you?
Actually, no. It's also because if you look at my reels and compare to other people who do the same thing, I would think there's a difference, which is, first of all, I always say that I'm filming. Yeah, a lot of guys don't do that because I'm with the camera.
You say that like straight away?
Sometimes straight away, sometimes in the middle of the conversation. Because it's not natural otherwise if I say it before. So I say it in the middle. It does ruin the interaction sometimes. Like, I lose like 50% of the approaches I do. But it's okay. It's something I do around. And I do it like I'm in a good mood usually. Or I try to be in a good mood and I'm fun. So my videos usually do come across okay. Oh, this is my belief. But I do get hate. I post like some rejection videos, and that's like for the guys, like they love it. They just go attack me on that, you know. So I am trying to keep it not too pick-uppy. I'm trying to be who I am, like more charismatic, and also talking to women. And I'm also trying to show that this helped me to improve.
I see that. Yeah. As you're talking, I'm thinking, you know what? This is why I like this guy, because we're kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, something similar.
Yeah. Like, for instance, you know, like me doing these interviews with the women, right?
Yeah.
Part of it is strategy.
Okay.
Because there's hours and hours of footage of me, like, and having long form conversations with women where they're like enjoying my presence and company.
Yeah.
So what does that imply to a man who might pay me for coaching? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I think like there's a degree,
right. Yeah,
there's a degree of strategy.
Yeah.
There is. And then also as well, it's like harder to call me a misogynist when I'm sitting opposite from some woman for an hour, treating her like a human being, and she's like very happy to be there in my presence. You know what I mean? So there's a degree of strategy. But where is the goal? Like, what are you trying to do? Say professionally and personally as well. So you said you're like 28, right?
27 now.
27, yeah. So like, do you have an idea of where you want to be when you're 37?
In terms of the business or
both? Business and personally.
Well, in terms of business, I wanna grow my personal brand. That's the whole thing. That's why I came to Bali. I started this page like 2 months ago. It's not doing that bad.
2 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my first few clients and everything, right? So it's going well. So I can see a future. I'm also working now with Diego.
You work with him?
I work with him.
Okay.
I'm his like assistant coach now. I do like some of his things. Yeah, so.
Could you get him on this podcast?
Yeah, the thing, you asked me that, right? Yeah, the thing is, I'm only in contact with him online. I bet I could ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, he's here for another few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was I saying?
Yeah, like the goal.
Yeah. I want to build my personal brand. Actually, that's my main goal. And I want to have a successful business. Let's see what happens on the other side with women and everything. But it's just a skill I have.
So I guess what I'm asking is, what do you think it ultimately looks like? Because when I look at you, the majority of the clients I've had, if there's like one dominant nation that I've seen consistently over the years, I think it's Indians. And as a result...
Of the clients or what?
Yeah, the clients I've had. Yeah. I've had a ton of Indian clients. Right? Well, let's just say Desi. But yeah, like a ton. So I'm very aware of like the fears and insecurities these guys have. Very, because I've had loads of clients from that region of the world.
I know.
And something I'm aware of is like men from that region of the world, it's like they don't have let's say like a leader / role model to look up to in that sense. So for instance, say with black men, it's like there's negative black stereotypes, right?
Yeah.
Cool, which we all know. But at the same time, if you're a black man, you can be sexy, charismatic, strong, X, Y, and Z. There's 50 Cent, there's Will Smith before the slap, there's Kevin Hart, there's Michael Jordan. There's a lot to look at and be like, I can be a black man and be cool. So the kind of fears that Indian men have about being nerdy or creepy guys who are going to message women on Facebook and ask for weird pictures. Indian men don't really have that. I'm a guy that you should really look up to, at least not in the West. Yeah. So when I'm looking at you, I'm thinking maybe that's you. Right? And then maybe this goes way beyond like approaching. But
this is my biggest thing. I wanna help guys like me. Right? Because it's so sad, man. Every day I get like messages saying, hey man, don't you face racism when you approach girls? I'll be honest with you, never. It has not happened to me. I get rejections, but it's like the mindset, man. These guys are like, I don't know what's going on. I think the media is not helping them, man, right now. Because when I started this 8 years ago, there wasn't this Indian hate. It was like Asians at that time. I remember there was like Chinese hate. And now the Indian hate is like out of it's way too much.
Are you actually Sri Lankan as well?
I'm Sri Lankan.
Okay.
But so I moved to Switzerland when I was 11. Grew up in Sri Lanka until I was there until I was 11, and then moved to Switzerland. Okay. Yeah. And
so what about personally then? So in terms of family, things like this?
So my family is in Switzerland.
No, I'm talking about you. So like, what's the goal?
Yeah, I mean, I want to get married. I want to have a few beautiful children.
Would you have like a proper girlfriend now?
Now?
Yeah. If you met some woman tomorrow, let's say you approach some gorgeous woman.
Yes.
She's everything that you would be attracted to. Would you get into a relationship with this girl now?
I would. But I'm not going to stop what I'm doing.
And that's another question.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. And you must get this times 10, right? So what I do is visually attractive to women. I'm aware because you look on my Instagram, there's lots of reels with me speaking to women and they're laughing and blah, blah, blah. Social proof, right?
Yeah.
Because you know I'm not a loser. You know I'm not weird. You know, blah, blah, blah. Same with you. Now, here's the thing, though. So I have women that get a bit scared of that, though. Because maybe they think, well, you know, are you doing anything with these women? How do I compare to these women, etc.? You must get that. Jesus. Happens every podcast. You know? You think I'll just learn to switch my phone off?
Yeah.
You think I would learn? You must get that even
What's that?
more.
No, I do. But here's the thing. The girls I hang out with, they all understand it. Like when they get to know me, it's not a problem at all. It's usually before getting to know me. And they
Exactly.
And then they see the page.
Exactly.
They think I'm like some, you know, the most arrogant.
Womanizer,
Exactly.
playboy.
Exactly.
Heartless, soulless.
Yes. So when they get to know me, actually, it's never a problem.
Okay.
Actually, never. Like I can say never. Not sometimes, never. It's just because, I don't know. I'm just cool about it, you know? And I don't lie. I don't hide anything.
Yeah.
And I say, this is what I do. This is what I want to do. And look, this is my page, you know? So I think that helps. A lot of guys would like try and hide something. And
here's something, right? Here's something. So I've been in this scene for a while and I've noticed that it's changed in a way that for the better, but it's still kind of surprising to see. So like back in the day, cold approach was something that was secretive, right? So if you were doing this 10, 15 years ago, you would be approaching women and there'd be someone's filming you with their phone slyly. And the woman would have no knowledge whatsoever. And nowadays, and like Diego was the first person I saw doing this, where he's approaching a woman, he's doing X, Y, and Z, but it's like, hey, this is me and this is actually what I'm doing. And then like Tristan does that, you do that as well. And I think that's a really good thing. And it's like totally changing the way the whole scene is actually perceived. Because that was always like a kind of sleazy element to the whole thing, really.
Yeah, but I think it's getting way more mainstream now. Like even the normal guys have heard of approaching girls, you know?
I mean, I don't know. It's like back in the day, when I was younger, it's like most guys did actually approach girls.
Did approach.
Yeah, so like, bearing in mind I'm 44.
Yeah.
Right, a bit older than you. And I'm from the UK as well, so there's that. But I'm a member of the last generation where guys would actually approach. Like when I was like 13, 14, 15, 16, my cousin, who was like quite sexually active at the time, he'd be walking down the street and he'd see girls and he'd just run after them and then get
He had no idea about anything of
I
haven't heard about game or nothing.
like if you were let's say 20 in 1996, which I wasn't, I was about 14 but whatever, but if you were, you would be approaching girls. Now you might not have the balls to do it on the street, but definitely in the club after you've had a drink or two, definitely. So my generation did that. It's just that I was one of the few that didn't. Then at some point in like from say 2005, 6 or 7 onwards, then there just became this thing where the average guy became way too scared to do it. Yeah. But back in the day, that wasn't really there.
But it's probably good at that time. You didn't have everyone saying that you need like the approaching girls is a bad thing. Right? That probably happened, and that's why since 2005 to 2000 whatever, the guys were more scared. Yeah. But I see a big difference from like 2015, 2020 to now. I see before at that, so that's the only thing that I remember, right? So at that time, when I was approaching, it was just me and my friends, like who knew about this. Now it's crazy. Like if you just go to Mexicola, all these guys are approaching. Like it's a whole nother problem now. Like it's too many guys approaching, you know. But it's evolving, you know.
Here's one thing that's changed, right? So if I was to approach a girl in 2005, once I've got the number, that was it. Like it was locked in. We would send some messages back and forth, and that woman would meet me up on a date. Yeah, it's so much harder now. Yes, because like say back in the day, that woman that I approached in like 2005, she didn't have Instagram or anything like this.
Yeah.
You know, she was just like living a regular life. She didn't have apps on her phone or stuff like this. So, okay, here's something. See, like the women that you meet, they've got so many more options now than they used to have.
Yeah,
Because
crazy.
like there was no Tinder, there was no Hinge, there was no Bumble, there was no Snapchat, there was nothing like that.
Especially where we are here.
Exactly.
This place is crazy.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah. So the only men a woman would have the ability to meet back in the day would be the men that she saw like at school, at work, at college, at the bar. You weren't competing with that many, like that much. But now it's actually through the roof. So now it's like a phone number isn't like a guarantee of anything. No.
Not even an Instagram or nothing. That's why mostly actually when I go on dates, I hate texting. I hate it. It's because I'm wasting so much time. I just don't like it.
I don't think you really need to text that much though.
I don't know. I just don't. When I go with, I just try and go on an instant date. That's like, it's easy.
Like you mean there and then?
There and then. It's just better for my mind. You know, I'm with her, then I have time with her. You know, and that's very rarely that I text. If I really like the girl. Happens.
So here's something that I found, and
yeah,
tell me if you do this as well. But so the reason why a guy would text, as well as like getting to know the woman, is to kind of like remind her of his existence, right? As in the connection that she has with him.
Yeah.
Because every time you're messaging her, she goes, "Oh, a message from Don. Hello," and then she responds and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But if she is following you on social media and you're posting, you don't really need to do that, because every time you post a story, you've basically texted her.
Yeah.
And that smile tells me that you do the same thing.
I do, obviously.
All right, sweet.
Yeah.
There's a final question I was going to ask you now. What the hell is it? I wanted to know about... Okay, yeah. What is the kind of woman that you're attracted to? That you want?
The type? Physically or what?
Everything. In whatever way that matters to you.
Yeah.
So when I say that, whatever is real for you, what is real for you?
For me, it really like I want a very confident woman. Confident meaning inside, like she can't be insecure.
Okay.
Because I've been with insecure women, and it's just, you can do something slightly, you could give her a compliment and she takes it the wrong way. You know. So I'm really attracted to women who are confident in themselves. That's the biggest one.
So a lot of women would say that that's a load of BS, because men want an insecure woman that they can control.
Not me. Not at all. I know a lot of guys who are like that. I'm not. Like, I take the way you are, but if you don't match what I want from you, I'm not with you. Okay,
so confident. So when I hear you say confident, I don't think you just mean, say, speaks up in a conversation.
No.
I think you mean, for instance, confident as in, hey, he's out doing his thing, and yeah, he's talking to beautiful women, but guess what? I'm a beautiful woman too. And if he was silly enough to do anything with these women, he would lose access to this.
Exactly.
So I'm settled.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so what else?
So a girl that really does, jealousy, for example. I believe it can also be healthy jealousy, sure. But I believe that comes from a place of insecurity, too. So, the ex-girlfriend I had, she was like that, like perfect, like she was so confident in herself. So that's why I could just also let myself, like, not be. I didn't have to like check her all the time, you know. So that's what I'm looking for if I'm looking for a long-term partner. And the funny thing is, the more confident I am really inside, the more I start attracting girls like that. And I'm also having a hard time then attracting insecure girls. I don't know, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean, yeah. Because
yeah.
How would I even phrase this? All right, it's kind of like this. Here's something that I have noticed.
Yeah.
Let's say some man and a woman get together, they're in a relationship, right? And neither of them works out. And then either the man or the woman, one of the two starts working out quite seriously. The other one who isn't working out is going to be quite weirded out and try to get them to stop. Because they're going to think on a conscious or subconscious level, the more attractive you become, the less confident I feel in my ability to keep you, essentially. Because he gets with her being fat and out of shape. She becomes a fitness model. He knows that the kind of men who are going to be attracted to her is going to increase, and does he compete and blah, blah, blah. So he's going to try and get her to stop. And she will do the same thing. I have literally never had a woman try to stop me from working out. Ever.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because clearly women who would do that take one look at me and they go, it's pointless.
Yeah.
There's no point in trying, because I could never, ever, ever get him to stop. And you couldn't. It is pointless. So I think people have like a sense for what they can and can't get away with around certain people.
Oh, yeah.
If you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, like you radiating the energy that you're radiating,
Yeah.
which I'm feeling right now, by the way.
That's
you're looking
good.
very composed, right? Very composed, very together. So a woman who's insecure and would want to maybe manipulate a guy to make herself feel better about herself, or to make herself feel comfortable, or what have you, or who would only feel comfortable being with a certain type of guy, she'll take one look at you and just be like,
yeah.
Like, oh, here's another one. This never happens to me at all. So you hear about women basically using sex as like a bargaining chip in their relationships, where they dangle the sex like a carrot and manipulate men through the promise of sex or through the lack of it. Never happens to me at all. Never once. Literally, I can't think of one time. It's not like I can't think of a time when I've been with a woman and I've wanted it and she said no. Actually, has that even happened? Let's assume that's happened once or twice.
Yeah.
But I've definitely never been in that situation where it's like I am begging for it on a regular basis and she's saying no.
Because
and
you have boundaries. If that's going to happen, you're just not going to be with her.
Well, this is it. And it's not even something I think about.
Yeah.
It's not something I think about, but it is something that's true. It is. Women never really, say a woman like make a man wait. Let's say in the initial stages, that don't happen either. Women never make me, like maybe the second date or something, but yeah. Because I don't know, with me, it's like, look, I don't judge at all if we have sex. I don't judge you in any way, shape or form. But if you feel like you're going to hold it over me and things like this and make me wait, I mean, there's other women that won't. And I think people feel that. So, yeah. So anyway, so outside of the confidence, now let's get to the physical. Let's get to the physical.
It's crazy, man. Like, obviously, a lot of people who look like me, we like the blonde, blue eyes. That's what we like. That's my type. But however, most of the girls that I've been with are not that. Like, my ex-girlfriend was brunette, Brazilian.
So then I guess that's not your type. Or do you subconsciously not feel like you're able to get your type?
No, I get them. But the ones I usually stay longer with. Because I don't really care about that much. Like the connection. I might sound gay when I say this, man, but it is what it is. Like, I really put a lot of value in the connection I have with the girl.
Yeah, but firstly, there's nothing gay about that. And this is the kind of stuff that guys like me and you need to fight against. Yeah. Because you can't have a proper relationship with someone without there being a connection. You can't. And if you really want to go around saying, oh, women are just there for me to put my dick into, I mean, like, what kind of world is that really? Is that a life that you actually want to have? So, no, there's nothing gay about that at all. Yeah. But still, again, back to the physical, because I feel like we're sidestepping things a little bit. Like, like, how is she built? Does she work out a lot? Is she a CrossFit girl? Does she do yoga?
It really depends, man. I can't pinpoint. But recently I've been liking taller women. Like, I'm going on a date today. She's taller than me. She's like 10 centimeters taller than me. I don't know. I like that.
Oh, why do you like that?
I don't know.
Do you like the aesthetics, or is it like this tall woman who I should not be able to get, I'm actually able to get?
I think there's a little bit of that in there, I think. But also, this is gonna sound fucked up.
Talk to me.
I'm thinking like my kids. I want my kids to be tall. Yeah, it's like a thing in my head, man. I swear.
You do some like genetic engineering.
Yes. I need a tall woman. Let's
Okay.
make these tall babies, man. Play for the Sri Lankan cricket team or whatever.
All right, so
Yeah.
what's funny is, right, so tall woman.
Yeah.
So you said she's like 10 centimeters taller than you, which would mean she'd be like 14 centimeters taller if she's wearing heels.
Yeah.
So most men would be in front of a woman that's taller than them and feel some fear, some insecurity, maybe not fear, but like some inadequacy, right?
Yeah.
Especially on a ongoing day by day, week by week, month by month basis. But you don't care about that. You like that.
Yeah, I don't care about it at all.
At all.
It's almost like a little flex almost.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I see that like a little bit.
I see.
Yeah. Like when we walk sometimes,
see.
people would look at you, you know?
I see.
I'm like, yeah, I got that, not you.
I see.
There's a little bit in that.
All right.
It's not all wholesome. There's some parts where, you know.
No, I mean, everybody has an ego, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, so here's the thing, right? We live in a world in which white blonde women are seen as the holy grail of dating, which isn't something that I agree with at all, but they are seen as the holy grail of dating. And you did say that that's your type.
Yeah.
Here's something I have noticed from past Desi clients. That actually, no, not even Desi. So, like, for instance, I was a part of Game Global. You've heard of Game Global, right?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. So I was a part of that, and it's men from all around the world talking about women dating, how to attract women, blah, blah, blah. And universally, they all basically want white women. And there seems to be this belief that a white woman is like a prize. That having a white woman on your arm is kind of like a Ferrari.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
No. There's not a part of you that feels that way.
No, because I grew up in Europe, you know, that they were the ones who were around me anyway. Like, and I've only had like maybe 2 or 3 who are not white. So,
yeah. So it's just like an aesthetic thing.
It's literally an aesthetic thing. Yeah. But I was like, a few weeks ago, I was in Savaya with this Indian girl. Man, crazy beautiful.
We need to go out together, you know.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Like, what's happening?
Any day, man.
You don't call me. You don't message me.
You're a busy man, man.
True, man.
You're
True
busy
that
man.
you two, you know, doing that thing.
Yeah.
How much time we got? I got some 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
All right. So before.
Yeah, maybe ask me a little bit more about the Indian thing because.
Go on.
Because let me
say
tell you,
whatever you need to say.
Yeah. Because man, like I think this is like my responsibility almost, you know, to show these guys that being brown is not a bad thing. And it's so sad. Like even I have friends here, like who are brown, they have this huge limiting belief in that. They think they're unattractive just because they're brown. That's crazy.
Okay, so number one, I think it is your responsibility.
Yeah.
Because if not you, then who?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, from what I've seen of you, you more than have the ability to be this guy.
Yeah.
So number three, if you're going to be this guy, it eventually involves you evolving past pickup into something what I'm doing now, which is being the guy that people see and know and associate with a certain topic.
Yeah.
Right? So you want to start putting your thoughts out there.
Yeah.
Not just going out there and doing your projects. That's great.
Yeah,
That's great. That gets attention. But you see stuff like this with people seeing your worldview.
Yeah.
That's how you build like proper tribe.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I want to see that from you too.
That's happening. That's
and you know, you
plan.
can.
That's my plan for this month. That those talking head videos are coming out.
Sweet. But like long form, not just like IG with 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Because like right now we've been talking for an hour, right? And however many views this will get over the next 5, 10, 15 years or so, people are seeing your thoughts and getting to know you.
Yeah.
And you want more of that. Do that a lot. And show yourself living your life as well.
Yeah.
You know, like the approach, that's freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
It is.
No, I am. I need more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just need to put more work in.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
Because I know you can do it.
Thank you, brother.
I'm not just saying that as well.
Means a lot.
I'm not just saying that. I literally know you can do this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
And there we are. Because like I said, I've had a lot of Desi clients.
You do, huh?
Yeah, I've had a lot.
Even like the other coaches telling me a lot of Indian clients.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones with the biggest, I think, limiting beliefs in their head.
Yeah. I know what they go through. I know it. I mean, if you to add up all the hours I've spent in like coaching calls with Indian guys, it'd probably be a month of my life.
Yeah.
With no exaggeration.
Yeah, crazy.
So yeah, man. So
the pressure from the families that they get, culture-wise. You know,
yeah, totally.
There's a lot. I mean, I can relate because like.
Here's another one. So it's like, from what I see, Indian women kind of like bully Indian men to being, let's say, betas, for lack of a better phrase. So then the Indian men are like bullied to like not be creepy, to just be like so. But then when they're like so, they're not that attractive anymore because all of the confidence has been beaten out of them. Yeah. Is that true? That's something that I've seen, or like I've
It's more
intuited.
the culture. It's more the culture. You're not supposed to do that. Like, you're not supposed to talk to girls. You are supposed to just be good in school.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is you're just good in school, you'll get a good job, and then you'll get a wife.
Everything will fall into place.
Everything will fall into place, sorry. But that's not how it works. We know that, right? We have all the engineers and doctors and everyone who were very successful in their lives, but this part is hard.
I suppose if you're having arranged marriages, that's the way to go, really.
Most of them do that.
But if you're not, then it falls flat on his face.
But you got to be happy, right?
Yeah. So is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
No, man, that's it.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up now, don't worry.
Yeah.
Right, no final words of wisdom.
Hey, man, what I would say is, like, don't be afraid of going out there and doing something that you really believe is true. You know, even if it comes to women or something else, just go out and do it, man. That's all I can say. And
I would second that. So, yeah, I can feel that the engineer is seething with rage. That I'm slightly gone over time, so we're going to end it now.
Perfect.
So, your social media details are on screen.
Perfect.
If you're... Well, you don't even just have to be Indian, but if you're some guy who's not where he wants to be socially, you don't have the relationship with women that you want, come to this guy right here, right? And Ray, by the way, Ray's my editor. So Ray, here's something I'd like you to do, Ray. Throughout this episode, like, splice in some clips of him approaching women from his IG and like make it kind of dynamic. And Ray, don't cut out me telling you to do this as well. Leave that in there. So I've got this thing now, right? I'm starting to do where Ray is my editor. I'm going to bring him in as a little character. So people are like, oh, who the hell's Ray?
Oh,
you know
yeah.
So I'm talking
that's
to
fun.
Ray.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But yeah, so by the way, if you like all of this, like, comment, and subscribe. Right? And I say this every week, I'm saying it again. You're doing it for a couple of reasons. Number one, when you engage, you're telling the algorithm to push this out to more people, so more people see it. So if you're like me and you're like Don and you think, well, the world needs more of our energy, you're helping to make that happen by liking, commenting, and subscribing. That's number one. You know reason number two? My inner child. Okay? Little Kieren, little 7-year-old Kieren, who only lives inside this, he really likes it when you engage and you're letting him know that he's putting out some good into the world. So for the love of God, think a little Kieren.
Like and subscribe.